Alright, so this is an update on the new Jebao WP 25 that I have. As you can see, I've been able to sort of change the settings on it. Actually, all the settings work now without throwing any sand around, and they work very well, and they still stir up any detritus that might be there, any food that falls to the bottom, anything like that. Skimmer's a little bit under control, finally, which is good. What I did to make this fix happen is, if you see here on the controller, that is not the normal AC DC plug that goes into it. As you can see, I bought a few of these. They are little plug adapters that actually came with a different AC DC power adapter. Let me show you here. Excuse the junk and the Christmas stuff. Alright, so if you look right here under my cabinet, right there is the old AC/DC power adapter that comes with the Jebao 25, and that is a 24 volt AC adapter, which puts out quite a bit of power. This one right here that I have plugged in and connected to the controller, connected to the pump, is a variable voltage power adapter, and you can actually get this. The way I did it is I got a it's like a laptop, universal laptop power adapter is what I got, and the universal ones come with all these different little plugs, so you find the right one that fits, and then they're color coordinated even for different voltages. So on this adapter, you can change it anywhere from 12 volts to 24 volts, and a few different increments in between. Right now it's at, I believe, 17 volts. There's a little switch on there. You can put it at whatever voltage you want, and then you select the proper plug piece. There's like 4 of the 7 plugs actually fit into the controller, so it's pretty convenient, you know, if I want to change it up. So there's 4 different options I can have for voltage being put in here. It was relatively cheap. I got it at Micro Center. It's like Fry's, Micro Center, Fry's, even Radio Shack might have it. Might be a little bit more expensive there. Micro Center and Fry's have a lot of refurbished stuff. I didn't need anything brand new. I just need something that worked. You know, it's gonna sit under my cabinet. Doesn't have to be new. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just has to work. So it was like 20 bucks. Got that, and I was able to change the voltage. So now I can mess with the settings on the controller. Still puts out a lot. So ideally, if you did like a 12 volt, it would do half the power. So instead of the lowest setting being about 800 to 1,000 gallons of flow an hour, it'd be, 400 to 500 gallons of flow an hour. So right now mine's probably at like 600 or 700 gallons of flow an hour in this 20-gallon tank, which is a lot, but it's definitely not a problem. You can see the clown's chilling. He has no problem with it. The other fish have been swimming around. It's alright. The chromie's a little timid because the clown goes for it, but they seem to be okay. The corals don't be, they're not freaking out. The snail's out, a conch snail, he's not getting sand kicked up in him or anything like that, so he's out and about, and everything seems to be good. I've dropped some stuff on the bottom with the fan off, and then tested it by turning the fan back on, see if it still kicks it up and everything, which it does. So it's keeping the sand bed nice and clean. It's just white and black because that's the color of the sand. It's that black Hawaiian sand by Carib Sea. But the fish seem to dig it. It kicks up all the stuff off all the detritus, extra food off of the sand bed. Gets a lot of flow going. Still has a lot of water movement at the top. It seems to be perfect, and I still get to mess around with the controls, which is good. Get that variable flow going on, which is important. In a reef tank or for any marine fish, like they're not used to one single flow. They're used to like an inconsistent, kind of all over the place, constantly changing flow, which I can now do in this 20-gallon tank with the Jebao 25 WP 25. Everything seems to be good with it. Flow's perfect. After getting that AC adapter down there, the variable voltage one, seems perfect. I'll be tweaking a little bit more, see how far I can push it without kicking the sand up, but right now at that like 17 volt power, I can mess around with pretty much all those controls. They'll all work. Seems to be the best option for the best flow in this small tank right now. And it's also good too, because if I ever decide to upgrade a little bit, won't be an issue. Won't have to get a new pump. Just have to change back the power supply, maybe to the 24 volt, or up it to like, I can put it at 21 with the variable voltage one. Anything like that. So it's a pretty good investment.